How did Bolton impress you in particular in the Bahamas?
He was great. I thought it was great to see him make shots against Alabama. Seton Hall, he really was able to put pressure on the rim. I just met with him earlier today, and I just told him, we need him playing we need him playing downhill, north south, not east west, and he's a guy that can really put pressure on the rim, and thought he really pushed the pace, off makes and misses against Alabama, and so that was really good. And so just continue to grow defensively and just continue to challenge him to be more aggressive, And I told him that's a good thing. Like I see another level in you, and he's got to take that and run with it now.
Now that you've been back and I got to sit down and actually go through all 3 games, what's kind of the good and the bad that you liked from those 3 games?
I watched the Michigan game right afterwards. I never watched the Alabama game. I'll watch it at some point, but it was Seton Hall. I was really trying to prep right away for Seton Hall, and then I watched the Seton Hall game, a couple times, just because those are the areas I thought we needed to get better in. The biggest thing defensively, we got to get better defensively. I mean, that's when you look at our statistics, analytics. We've got to be better. We got to defend the 3 better. We got to be better field goal defensive percentage better, and we got to rebound. Shot selection leads to some poor defense, but if you look at our offensive numbers, they're good. I mean, there showed up a stat on the ESPN side of the screen about our offense. I think we're 22 in Ken Palm right now offensively, and so we really just got to be dialed in defensively. And if we do that, that'll really even make our offense better. But biggest thing I learned about our guys, I think we can compete with a lot of different teams and a lot of different styles of play. And if we can grow on the defensive end and mature and get these guys really focused, that we can have a good basketball team. And it's actually some of the things that I thought would be strengths of our team early are our weaknesses right now, and vice versa. And so we just got to continue to clean things up. But it's just started December, and we got a big homestand right now with five straight games.
Did you see? I thought George's rim running was maybe as strong as it has been maybe ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you just keep preaching to the bigs. When you rim run and you roll on ball screens, show me when good things don't happen. And I tell them all the time, man, you rim run, you block shots, you defend, you're gonna make a lot of money one day, brother. You get paid a lot of money to do that. And so he's really growing. I mean, he's got an unbelievably high ceiling with his ability to change shots as he continues to grow and get stronger, increase his range offensively, skill level offensively, being able to really finish around the rim. He had a couple nice jump hooks down there, but his ability to rim run and roll and playing pick and roll is really big.
How do you feel? Is juggling that front court a difficult thing for you right now? With 3 guys who have all earned minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's not easy, because you can make a case for all of them, to play more, put them in different situations. And so that's the biggest thing. That's why it's a team game. You have to understand each night could be somebody else. Each night may call for someone else because they're all 3 so different. Though they're all 3, they're pretty much the same position. They're all 3 very different in what they bring to the table. And so that's what, the trademark of a great team is can you understand it's when it's your night or your number's called, and then can you really praise and be excited when your teammate does something great. But, yeah, it's not easy because you're always trying to figure out who the best one for that moment is, but they've all been really, really good. But when you really look at the numbers, man, we got a defensive rebound better at that position. That's the biggest thing we got to do better at that position. We got to guard ball screens better.
Is that what you were talking about? What you thought would be a strength that hasn't been?
Defense.
Defensive
well, rebounding. Number 1, and just being a little bit better defensively. Number 2, I thought we'd be ahead of the game there a little bit more. But it's like I was joking with somebody. It's like I've been here a long time, and it's like your offensive stats stay the same and your defensive stats stay the same. I got to figure out how to fix that.
What defensive metrics do you primarily look at? You reference your ranking Ken Palm.
Yeah, Ken Palm is the main one, but no, and for defense, man, I'm looking at the numbers from a standpoint of, hey, what do we do against these high major teams? And it's rebounding, and it's defending the 3-point line, and it's our field goal percentage. We've got to be better. Transition defense, we've been okay, but it all comes down to, positioning, ball screen defense, and contesting threes. We got to get people off the 3-point line.
What is your level of concern with going against two for sure high big time programs, and the same program again on Sunday with Kansas City in the middle? What's your
Well, it's the same
concern of a
thing.
letdown?
I know I told our guys, I said I thought our toughest game was going to be coming home from Oregon State to play Northern Illinois. And I think our second toughest game, when you talk about mentally, and emotionally, I think this will be our second toughest game of the year. Of can we, to me, we played really, really hard. We competed really well at the Battle for Atlantis. We came up short. We're down 4 against Michigan with 30 seconds to go. We're down 4-6 against Seton Hall with 30 seconds to go. One's 5th, 4th in the country, one's 15th. And so, but you got to come home and take care of business. And so this is a basketball character game tomorrow. Can we really come out and focused? Or then, that's been our biggest goal. We got to play better at home. We got to take care of home this year and do a better job there. And UMKC, Billy does a great job. Really got a lot of respect for him as a coach.
What is the mental state where you lose 2 games to 2 good teams, long travel day, and then you're playing a team that I guess would probably be pretty easy to overlook?
We hadn't I hadn't overlooked it. I've been preaching that because I know how good of a coach he is. They're 5-4. They've won games. They beat East Carolina. They played Liberty within 10. Oklahoma State, if you follow that score, was kind of nip and tuck throughout the way, though that was a couple weeks ago. And so, I think mentally, I told our guys, man, I love that we went down there. Yeah, I would have loved to have gone 2-1. There's a big difference between 2-1 and 1-2. But in the long term, there's not. You know what I mean? If we learn from what we did down there, and if we grow from, how we played down there. And I thought it was great because we got some things exposed. We got some things thrown out there in the middle to say, hey, this is what we got to get better at. And if we do that, then we can really exceed a lot of people's expectations.
You said you watched Seton Hall a couple times. Did you have any additional thoughts on the 4-guard lineup you went with for a long stretch there?
Yeah, offensively, we probably had 5 bad possessions in the second half against Seton Hall. We just didn't stop them. We just didn't guard them. We gave up layups, gave up some threes, and we didn't rebound. And it was a lot of back cuts, a lot of missed box outs, and then some middle ball screen stuff that bothered us, and that we've got to clean up and shore up, and we'll do that. We're doing that right now. We'll got to be locked in with that tomorrow, and then on to Sunday. But this is a big week for us.